are the priority actions that will have the greatest potential to scale and deliver the greatest return on investment? The answer to some of these questions are really fundamentally to delivering on these commitments that we've made in various calls to action over the recent years. It also is going to require cooperation and partnership. There's really no time to lose, and none of us can afford parallel or duplication of efforts.
The science has been telling us that overgrazing of plant has nothing to do with number of animals, but it has got everything to do with how many days is the plant exposed to grazing and how many days the plant get time to recover.
Nature gives you everything you need to have, folks, but do we slow down enough to watch the little ant cross the road? Probably not, right? And so that's how I kind of look at that in the perspective as far as it's the kind of data that we are. And it's not aggregate data, it's disaggregate data, so we get a bigger picture of that.
You know, necessity is the mother of invention or innovation for us. And I think we're all there. We know what's happening. When you're traveling to rural parts of Nepal, you might not see them eating nutritious food, but you'll see them eating these instant noodles. You'll see them eating these instant wafers and chips, and I was actually mentioning that in the previous discussion as well. And that's where we are at in terms of talking about nutrition. So what's food security? Them having instant noodles or them having nutritious food, which is actually available on the ground.
In a paradoxical way, you sometimes need only a few €100,000 or dollars in order to generate something big. And again, in a paradoxical way, sometimes being granted funding for these small projects is more difficult. And there's a saying in Ghana which goes like this. It's called "Give me a hand and I'll climb." So sometimes you need only a few $100,000 to make a big difference locally.
A primary thesis of our work is that to advance resilience, we need to really build the business case of investing in and supporting resilience.
What we figured out is that the building code that our government is now, asking, that is so expensive for people living there to actually follow. It will be very expensive for them to build a house that costs more than $30,000. And that's where, we lack innovations and how we can come up with affordable housing solutions.